it's Rain here, and in today's update on where I'm at, I haven't really made too much progress. I think I've gotten 1 or 2 levels since last video, I don't even know. And I've been doing a lot of duo farming. I farmed with a friend of mine for about 2 hours. We didn't get any Exile, sadly, but we did manage to get a ton of bubblegum currency, which had helped me, basically help pay off whatever debt I was in. And it kind of helped me get some other stuff that I needed. Bubblegum currency, and I end up getting a bunch of blueprints off of him, and I'll be running those and basically showing you, the profitability of blueprints as before, and what, how good they are this league in comparison to leagues in the past. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked on it, as well as I did get a couple of logbooks low level, which are pretty strong for what I'm trying to do, which is low level farming for now, until I get my build to a point where I can handle high level farming. Other than that, let's go ahead and hop right into it. I haven't made, I don't believe, any relevant changes to my build as of yet. I will be pretty soon here. One of the things I do need to do is work on new boots, new gloves, and a new helmet, all of which need to be crafted by Rog first and then made into some kind of crazy double influence stuff from the Exile and stuff like that. So I also still need to do my 4th and final lab. I planned to do it today, but I actually, we ended up grinding a big chunk of time just on maps, which was pretty good. Excuse me. And we got a whole bunch of progress done that way, so it was really helpful. Let's go ahead and go over what we have. So our gear is the same as we had it. We actually have a lot more really high-end sentinels now, so that's a really good plus. Currently I'm at a decent amount of currency, not amazing. I still don't have any shared tabs, as the tabs haven't went on sale again. I sorted out my stuff. I actually got a whole bunch of these while we were farming, and then he gave me a little bit of extra stuff just because, he didn't plan to run them. And here's my project tab, which is all my logbooks and blueprints, most of which were given from him for these, and then all of the, I think I found like 4 or 5 blueprints by myself. I haven't done an insane amount of maps, and I basically gave him all of my excess maps, aside for these because I forgot, just so I can get these maps and get them going. And I know because I'm running T1s anyway, I'll be able to just get a whole ton of maps doing this. Another thing is I gave him all my chisels, so I forgot about that. It's fine. You find a lot of bubblegum when you're doing this, so, just kind of roll with the punches. See if we have Reflect Ellie, which it doesn't look like we have right now. Reflect Fizz, this is all fine. Reflect Fizz is fine. Beyond, alright, cool. And for our sentinels, we are currently using a stalker, which is a cryptic stalker. This gives us weapons, increased charges, what do you call it? Power charges for 15 seconds upon deployment, which is just giving me more crit. Plus 4 to charges, more cast speed. And the Sentinel power, however, Sentinel power is useless because I am 30 of 30, so, not much I can do there. Our Pandemonium is increased chaining range, increased empowerment, a number of powered enemies, chance to add rewards, and chance that empowered enemies have currency reward. This itself is insanely strong, as we are taking the node that allows us to deploy it twice, which means we empower 2 packs and get, really big explosions for currency that way. I haven't found anything too crazy yet, but, might as well just show you a little bit of what we have. We haven't made too much progress, as you see, but we are going to make progress in time. One of the things I do plan to do, and probably, once I sit down and get my grind on, I plan to run all of these maps that I have, all 12 or 3 lines 15 of these underground seas. I want to take all the maps I get from them and run all of those to try and sustain the underground seas back, and then just kind of repeat this process and go from there. Oh, a little bit of lag. As you see, our build's looking pretty good. We are able to just zoom through it. All the loot sound just came out at once. 5 more enemies, and bam, just like that, we are done with the first one. So for our other one, we actually like to zoom around a little bit, maybe see if we can't find a couple of packs together, drop it, and then start firing. The reason why we do it that way is because basically you don't want to be caught in the corner and just die, so might as well get what you can out of it. As you see, we're getting some currency and more loot. It ends up hitting enemies around the corner. We got an Artisan Strongbox, which can give you more currency. And I initially wasn't running bosses, but because the bosses often have excuse me, because the bosses often give you the missions, I'm running them now. Normally I don't care about the missions on white tier, but because I plan to be in white excuse me, in white tier for a while, this is going to be a lot more helpful. So we're just going to go ahead and run a couple maps. So other than that, how have you guys been? How's your league been? My league's been pretty fun. I am enjoying the fresh start. I don't enjoy not having tabs, I'm not going to lie. I do have $20 towards my funds that I have been donated for getting tabs, and I am thankful to my patron that did that. But I mean, honestly speaking, I'm not looking forward to buying them again. Any help I can get, that would be great. I currently don't have an amazing amount of funds to be outright buying tabs, so yeah, I will be promoting my Patreon again, and I hope that someone out there, someone out there wants to support. You also can request to play other games with me, not just PoE. If you're interested in other games, I am down. I just got through playing playing some games with a couple of friends of mine today, along with commentating and just dual commentating and hanging out with a friend of mine for his stream. So if you guys have any interest in that kind of thing, feel free to leave me a comment on my Patreon if you want to become a patron, and we'll get that going. That's just something I've been trying to do, put myself out there in more than just one game and more than just one thing. I do stream pretty often. Usually it's every other day, but I've been trying to make it more consistent, and I'll, as I go, I'll make it more frequent, more consistent, and make sure to talk to, all the people who are interested in following me and all that other stuff. So let's see. So far we have, looks like we got a void card, which is cool, I guess. Synthesized jewel. So this jewel actually might be worth a little bit because it does have synthesized % accuracy. I don't know how good it is for accuracy stacker, but it also happens to have accuracy on it, and evasion, lightning damage. I mean, why not? So we can go ahead and put this in our loot tab. Then currency. And as you see here, so we sustained our first map. Perfect. Couldn't put some of our cards away. This is an extra map. Scarab, exotic coinage, and essence. So I only have 4 tabs, so I just always sort all of my stuff when I can. So other than that, I will say that the prices of these are rising, mainly because me, but as you see here, they're like 5 to 10C, 7C. I did, however, buy about 10 or so of them for 3C each. So like, this is not a good price. It's also not a horrible price because of how useful they are, but it's not a good price as of now. And as the league goes, people will find more and more of them, and they're just going to be flooded. I'm trying to keep up with it and keep things bought, but as you know, in time, there are going to be people who catch on. So let's go ahead and hop right into our next one. As you see here, this is a very, very simple farm. You're not doing anything too crazy. You're doing T1 maps, and you're getting a pretty decent amount of stuff. It's very quick, and the more we get saved up, the easier it is going to be for us to just outright, straight up craft the rest of our stuff that we need. Go ahead and taunt all these guys, make them beefy. These guys beefy. 43. Perfect.
My mana is gone.
19. 12. Ah, a weapon recombiner. Perfect. So this is a opulent, what do you call it? Ritual? There you go, ritual. And opulent rituals are guaranteed currency, often giving you high-end currency or stacks of chaos. So I am going to do this just so you guys can kind of see what the opulent ritual has. Now you can do your sentinels in here and your loot will drop at the end. However, I don't like to do the sentinels in here. I like to just roam around and do them. I don't know. That's just the way it is for me. I mean, you guys can do it. There's no real difference, honestly. Alright, so we aren't going to try it right away. We're just going to go straight into our second ritual. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because as soon as I get the bigger packs, I want to combine a couple of packs and drop my big boy. Alright. Now let's see if we can't find 2 or 3 packs like we did before. Ooh, this is perfect. Drop it. Everything gets taunted. Now we can just turn around and kill everything. And as you see, we are showering ourselves in loot. It is pretty big, pretty profitable. We get a lot of stuff. And look, we even got some maps. We didn't get a C, unfortunately, but got a bunch of other stuff, so that's fine with me. Hey, leave me alone, please. Jeweler's Orbs, Underground Sea, boom. Just like that, you get some good stuff going, right? So, I'm just gonna open this, because why not? Alright, now we're gonna see about finding some more enemies. This is actually a perfect area right here. Oh boy. Well, we taunted everything, and as you can see, there's like 4 or 5 enemies with currency, so we're gonna get showered in currency again, but you get frozen sometimes and you die. I am not yet immune to freeze. That is gonna be one of my goals, is becoming immune to freeze, immune to poison, and immune to bleeding, and corrupted blood. All in time. As with anything, it does take levels, and it does take time to get everything the way you want it to, so, you know, patience. Now we do have chain on here, so we are doing a little bit of chaining stuff. Boom, just like that. Bunch of loot. Bunch of loot. Yeah, give me that loot.
My mana is gone.
Just like that, we're getting showered in a bunch of chaos. See? And that's what you deal with these maps. Just get a whole bunch of loot. Get going. Get some these, get a map.
Just yet.
And we're going to try and find a boss, which we already found. Oh boy. Well, I have a ritual in our boss room. Please don't freeze me, thank you. I actually want you to die in our ritual. If you can, please. Here, stand next to you real quick. Boom. See, when you see us go super fast like that, it's because we get hit. And when we get hit, we become chilled. And since we're reversing our chill, we just go really fast and attack really fast. On top of it, any enemy we hit deals 30% less damage to us, and we have a mortal call to do 25% less damage to us. Where are you? There you are, Maribel. Come here. Perfect. Alright. So I don't actually know if Clear Mind's worth anything, but I decided to get it in case. It was expensive, and I was like, why not? It can't be expensive for no reason, right? So we have one more ritual to find. There it is. And this ritual will also have a Maribel. Alright, now let's see. We have 2 chaos for 1,000. We're going to take that. How much is it to defer it? Sure, we'll defer it again. We'll re-roll. And it doesn't look like we have anything amazing. So we're going to take our cheapest Horizon Orbs and call it a day, which is those 4. We're choosing Horizon Orbs because they are sellable and usable. Especially in higher tier maps, people are going to need them, so might as well. Alright, that is our map. Let's open our stack decks. Nothing crazy. So another thing is, we have donated all of our cards to our friend in hopes that he sits there and sells them and makes some currency off of them because he has helped us so much. As well as a bunch of other bubblegum to help him out. Hopefully he can make do with it. And, you know, hopefully it helps him more than it helps us because we don't have a currency tab. And just like that, we sustain our map and we can go right back in it, along with getting some excess of the other maps that we're not running at this second. And we got a couple essences, we got a fossil that we can donate, got a couple other just miscellaneous things. Like, this is all stuff that's really beneficial, especially for him, because he has more than we do right now, and he, you know, helping him out because he's helped us out. You know what I mean? It's better that way. All right, so now we're gonna go straight into our map, and this is basically all we do. We go into a map, we pop our sentinels, we loot. If we have any league mechanic, we interact with the league mechanics, and we process. And the reason why you're doing it this way is because you're trying to get as much as you can out of it per map. Now, I know there are people, like you see right there, people have Ashes of the Stars, and they're farming all these higher tier stuff and doing the higher tier maps, and I understand that, but, you know, for me, I'm just trying to have fun with the league. I don't want to go super hard and grind and push and then be stuck at a point where I have to go back anyway. I'd rather just farm the easy content on my downtime, farm with my friend, and then eventually push up when I can. That's my goal. However, what I will say is, as soon as I'm done doing this recording, I will probably push my Atlas a bit, just so I can have a little bit of
My mana is gone.
a little bit of extra, you know, leeway with my, what do you call it? Oh, I'm frozen. I don't want to die. I'm gonna die. Please, no. I was just perma-frozen right there. That was unfortunate. Anyway, just so I have more leeway and better loot in my T1 farming. Now, does this mean I'm going to stay T1 farming forever? Probably not. I'm probably going to farm up another, like, you know, 2 or 3x in value, or raw X, along with getting as much as I can in bubblegum and stuff like that. This way I can turn around and, 1, you know, settle the debt with my friend, and 2, make sure I have a good enough of a head start in levels and in gear and everything like that I can to turn around and do what I need to do and push, you know, higher tier later maps. I don't want to die. I didn't die already. Wait. Artisan Strongbox. Just kill everything real quick. Okay, Chromatic Orbs. Just like that, we killed everything. This map we didn't get an insane amount of loot, but we did get some loot, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and find the map boss. Ooh, a random Chaos Orb, that's nice. Boom. Just like that, we can kill the boss. Okay. Alright, and that's basically what we're doing to farm whenever we're on. We also have been doing dual farm with him, so we can get even more loot and a lot more value out of our time. Usually, we end up coming back to town with two or so inventories full of loot. Sometimes we come back for 6 sockets, but it's pretty lucrative when you have 2 people popping their stuff in there. And of course, the 2-man boost. We're doing 100 plus quantity maps, etc., etc. It's pretty valuable, and I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy doing the duo. It is a lot of fun. So I would recommend, if you guys are playing with friends, you know, take a few friends, have some fun, try it out. But as always, everybody, take it easy, have a good one, and if you could please check my Patreon out, that would be so great. I will link it in the description. As always, have a good one.